Anyway, I'm going to do the evolution of the Doctor Who engine, and if I fuck up at any point, then well, um, my brain is a bit well, a bit messed up, and probably I need to like go to bed earlier, or I need to wake up slightly earlier instead of staying in my fucking bed. That's besides the point. I may need to fucking eat more. Any anywho, let's get on with this video, shall we? Well, the first one is the Doctor Who feature in 1963 to 1966. At some point, they replaced the intro, but they fucked up. Uh, during the airing of one of the short stories, they forgot to replace the original Long Ranger arranged theme with the new arrangement by Daly Derbyshire. Daly Derbyshire did the original arrangement, but technically it was written by Ron Granger. Ron Granger's arrangement was done by Daly Derbyshire. Then she did her own arrangement, which remixed the old feature with, at the time, elements which were revolutionary for its time. So I'll get this one out of the way, and without further ado, let's begin. So, as I had previously explained beforehand, they changed the intro, but what they didn't do is replace the new title sequence graphics with the newly arranged painting. And I'm going to just show you that at this moment. So before I get on to showing you the 1967 to 1980 theme tune, I'll show you four variants of with the how many times the title sequence has changed. Like probably I think three. I think it's like 3 or 4 times. So this one I'm gonna show you this variant using the original theme tune. You won't fucking believe it until you see it for yourself. Well, so that was the first variant using the second title sequence. So we get to our second variant. Uh, finally, using the previous previous variant that you just saw, but using the brand new replacement of the original theme tune using uh, the 1967 variant arranged by Delia Derbyshire. Finally, they actually did something to fucking fix it. Okay. Can I just make one quick fucking fast note here? Um, Elephant in the room. Uh, I don't know what is wrong with the footage on the second episode of the Faceless Ones. There seems to be a few seconds of delay, so I'm sorry that about that. If there's a few silent moments in this video, if there's one few silent footage, then I'm afraid that I can't do anything much about that. I think there's a few seconds there when the episode aired, and that is like the remaining few surviving remaining footage used from from that episode. So moving on, we come to the 70s um, title sequence, which was used throughout the John Pertwee era until 1973, coincided with Doctor Who's 10th anniversary. And so, without further ado, let's begin. Right. Well, welcome back. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. That's, um, Mr. Editor, edit this out when you fucking get. You see, I'm the editor. Anyway, going back on topic. Um, Continue on with the history of Doctor Who theme and title sequences, which is I was out for a walk and I was thinking that this is becoming. I was originally thinking just like the theme tunes, but not only am I doing the theme tunes, I'm also tackling the title of almost every variant of title sequence that have aired during the 60 long year run Doctor Who has been on our television screens, and its air recently is being aired on iPlayer since the late 2000s. That is fucking crazy to think about. Anyway, um, so this is the next John Pertwee title sequence, and but I can't remember or exactly know which story this title sequence debuted. All I know it's the same theme tune. It a different. It has the same graphics as the Tom Baker title sequence from 1975, starting with robots. So that was the title sequence variant from the Time Warrior, which would also carry over to the same graphics used in the late John Pertwee era. Title sequence would be used in Tom Baker's era, but with slight changes, which you're about to see in like a few seconds. So, without further ado, let's play the clip. Um, okay, maybe I'm gonna cut that part out. I don't need that part. Fuck off. I'm gonna edit that part out. Um, so continuing on with the history of Doctor Who functions and title sequences. Now we've progressed, and we're near the end of the Tom Baker era, and we're going transitioning into the 1980s. Now, this variant lasted until the Colin Baker. So this in title sequence has gone through three variations. It's gone through Tom Baker, it's gone through Peter Davidson, and it's gone through the most hated dislike of the 15 actors who have played the character, or more, if you include John Hurt as the War Doctor. It's besides the point. It's gone through Colin Baker. Anyway, this is the one used at the end of Tom Baker's era, all the way through to his. This is his final season. I haven't been that far through Doctor Who's history to know which story exactly is, but I think I can guess. All I know that it was used in his final story. The next variant comes from the Peter Davidson era, starting with Castrovelva. And nothing has changed apart from it having Peter Davidson's face in the title sequence. Other than that, it's still a part of Doctor Who's history, so I have to include every part, every intro, every variation to get a comprehensive history. So this it will help fellow Whovians or new people who are coming to know what Doctor Who is to help them get into Doctor Who. Now, the next variant of Doctor Who theme tunes and intros is we've gone on to the most feared in era in Doctor Who history. No one like. Um, yeah, let's get fucking to it because I'm not very fucking enthusiastic or excited about it either. But because I'm a Whovian, um, and I am making this a fucking web series, hopefully, um, well, I have to do it. And let's just get this over and done with, and we can move on with our lives. Oh yes, so if you thought this was gonna get any worse, well, actually, surprisingly, this is a weird. It's not. This one isn't actually too bad. This is this is not. a weird variant, but it's unique. Let's say this is the sure. This is let's just say this theme tune is the most short-lived theme tune in Doctor Who history. This aired in sometime in 1986. This is after sometime Doctor Who was cancelled for 18 months due to some controversial happenings going on at the BBC. Plenty of controversial things happen at the BBC, but that's another video for an entire different subject matter altogether. So that's at the end of the Colin Baker era. He regenerated into Sylvester McCoy. And he allegedly refused to appear, so Sylvester McCoy had to step in at to transition into the Seventh Doctor. And there came along a new era, a new title sequence, and a brand new theme tune. So here we are in 1987. This is 3 years before Doctor Who would be taken off air for what people the last and final time until it came back, and then was uh, tarnished its reputation by having the lore, because the lore of Doctor Who changed so much and deviated away from how it started off, like a simple fucking concept of like a fucking time traveler and his fucking companions. It was a fucking time machine that could travel anywhere in time and space. They're all fucking messy, lore driven. Like, I don't have any problems with it. It's fascinating as fuck. But the way they go about it is so frustrating and annoying. Anyway, that's way in the future. Where we find ourselves in a weird, strange era of Doctor Who history where there's no Doctor Who on our screens for years. Until 1996, that is, when they briefly rebooted it with a televised feature-length film, starring Paul McGann uh, as the eighth Doctor, with a new theme tune, title sequence. Another new theme tune, a fucking title sequence. Where have we seen that happening before? Oh yeah, because it's fucking Doctor Who. Of course it's going to have a new theme tune. So, and that was part one of my Doctor Who intro theme tune variation retrospective. Tomorrow I will continue to look at the next variant for Modern Who, for Doctor Who's revival. All I'm going from Christopher Eccleston all the way up till and Shitagawa's era, because I have all the episodes stored into my computer. Uh, so to make this comprehensive uh, list for your entertainment and educational purposes, thank you for watching. And if you made it that far, Um, well, I appreciate it. If even if you didn't make it this far, I greatly appreciate if you like did click on this video as it does help. And I appreciate the people who have subscribed for the views, the subscriptions. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next episode.